today's video we are unboxing some awesome new fish from Cunningham Cichlids. I can't wait to show you what I picked up. They're really big, they're really colorful, they're gonna fit really nicely into my peacock cichlid tank. So can't wait to show you what I picked up today. So let's dive right in. So before I show you the unboxing, I'm just going to show you where these fish will be going and what the future plans for them will be. So front and center here we have the two big display tanks, the 180 gallon on the right, the 150 on the left. Both are doing really well and they're full of South American cichlids. And then if you come through the room here to the left, we have the new discus tank. The lights just came on and these guys are hiding, but they are doing well and they're all starting to eat and be a little less shy, so things are coming along nicely. More fish are coming for this tank very soon. But if you move over here to the right, this is the area that the big new custom aquarium is coming, and that's important because the fish that I'm going to be picking up today will be going temporarily into my fish room before all of those fish go into the bigger upgraded aquarium that's coming in the next few weeks. So with that being said, let's move into the fish room and see the current state of the 75 gallon tank where these fish will be going. So this 75 gallon tank has been doing great. It has all male peacock cichlids and they're all anywhere from 3.5 to 5 inches in length. I've had most of these guys for about 9 months now, and I think there's about 13 or 14 total in here, as well as 2 Synodontis catfish. And although these peacocks could live long term in the 75 gallon tank with the existing setup, I really fell in love with the peacocks and I wanted to make a bigger awesome display tank with these guys and add in some more. So knowing that I have a bigger tank coming, I can now pick up some more peacocks and actually introduce a few common haps, some of the smaller, less predatory haps, which I really like, and I think that mixed peacock and smaller hap tank will be an awesome display tank to go along with everything you just saw out in the main room. This is just the start of the stocking that will be going into this brand new custom aquarium. Cannot wait to show it. Can't wait! As always, we are continuously upgrading on this channel, and I just cannot wait to show you what I have in store. When a plan comes together. And today's unboxing is a little bit different because I am not getting the fish in the mail. I'm actually meeting the online retailer Josh Cunningham at a nearby aquarium event, as I knew he was going to be there, so it was just a perfect situation to pick up these fish and avoid shipping and all the costs that go along with it. So I am headed to the GCCA, the Greater Chicago Cichlid Association. This is actually the first time I've ever gone there, but I'm going to meet Josh Cunningham of Cunningham Cichlids, and I'm going to be picking up fish today that I cannot wait to see. We're going to pick up the fish and then get them back to my house and show the unboxing later in the video. Later. Okay, so I just walked out. I just met with Josh. He was a great guy. He had the fish package and some fish food ready for me, and I can't wait to show you what I got and all of this in the tanks later on in the video, so make sure you stay tuned. So I am back from the GCCA. I have my live fish here that I'm about to unbox, as well as some other goods that Josh Cunningham hooked me up. If you haven't heard of Cunningham Cichlids before, I will leave a link down in the description below. It is one of our most trusted online retailers that we've talked about in many of our videos. My brother Alec filled his hap tank with mini fish from Cunningham Cichlids. Cunningham Cichlids might actually be rebranding soon from Cunningham Cichlids to Cunningham's Tropicals, because he actually keeps much more than just cichlids. So if you're looking for any type of tropical fish, I would suggest starting at his site. Again, the link down in the description below, because you'll find some awesome fish like we're about to unbox here. Before we get to the fish, let's check out all the different food that he provided, which I'll be testing and trying out for the first time, but I'm sure it'll be quality as all of his fish have been. But starting here, he has some different types of flakes and pellets, all different varieties. A lot of these are good for cichlids, but definitely some for tropical fish as well. I'll put them all here in the table so you can see some of the different options that you can order from him. If you're also ordering your fish, you can order your food along with it in the same package. It's a really good way of ordering your fish and the food that they've been raised on in the same order. And I'm definitely excited to test some of this, and I'll show a feeding of it towards the end of the video. So now that we've looked at the food, let's check out the main event here, which is the live fish that Cunningham boxed up for me. But I'm really excited to check out what we have today, so let's get into it. Alright, styrofoam box. It looks like we have 4 big bags. So let's go one by one here, starting with this bag. Whoa, we already got a really big guy here. This appears to be one of my first peacocks, which is about 4.5 to 5 inches long. Already has some good color. And this is just a beautiful peacock. I'm not sure if you can see him too great in this blue color, but he's definitely swimming around happy, wants to get out of the bag. Is a really good size in here. So I can't wait to get him into the tank and get a great look at him. he is definitely going to be a showstopper. So next up is a peacock that's been on my bucket list for a long time that I've talked about in recent videos, and this is the lwanda peacock. So you can see it right here, another fish with great size. This is about 4.5 to 5 inches. Another male with some great color. Similar to the lemon jake, these guys get some really great yellow and blue color, but it's a little bit different of a color pattern. And also you have Rambo behind me. Rambo, come on, man. But I can't wait to have this guy in the tank. This is another peacock that I've wanted for a very long time. Okay, and then here's the third fish, which is another very big one. This is about 5.5 inches, and this is a Z-Rock cichlid. This is actually a hap. This is gonna be the second hap in that tank, as I mentioned before. The new custom aquarium is going to be a mix of peacocks and haps, so this is just another one of those haps. Can't really see this guy too well in the bag because it's pretty dark blue, but this guy already has a great yellow forehead to him. Gonna have a very unique color pattern that I can't wait to check out. Okay, and then here is another hap. This is actually an OB, and this is a protomelas labridens, and obviously has the OB color pattern, which is a really cool pattern for any peacock cichlid tank. I think this guy is really going to stand out. So these 4 males already have some great color and size to them. They're going to be some of the biggest in this 75-gallon tank. Let's go ahead and get them floated and into the tank, and I'll explain why I'm not going to be quarantining these fish in just a second. And we're obviously going to get a much better look at these fish once they're acclimated and put in the tank. And one thing to note is that I didn't quarantine these fish, even though that's something I always recommend. This is a case of do what I say, but not what I'm doing, is mainly due to some logistics of waiting a little bit longer on the custom aquarium than I expected, having these fish available and getting them now, and them being at a pretty big size that I didn't want to jam them into like a 20-gallon quarantine tank or anything like that. Also, my quarantine and grow out tanks are full because they have more fish that will be going into this tank, so I really didn't have the space or resources to have a quarantine tank set up specifically for this order. The other part to this is that I really trust the source. Cunningham Cichlids is a place that, like I mentioned, Alec has ordered from many times, has never had issues, and overall the reviews for Cunningham Cichlids are just top notch, so I really didn't have an issue there. And Josh has basically been holding on to these fish for weeks for me, so technically they've been quarantined on his end before they even went into this tank. But as always, I'm keeping a very close eye on them, especially in the first few weeks. If I do need to step in, medicate, or remove any fish, I'll definitely do that. But it's already been a week and these guys are already looking great. They're already colored up. They're all eating very well. And I think because I added 4 of them all at once, there was no real aggression towards any of them, except for the lwanda, who got a little bit beat up but has already started to recover really well. Overall, I think they're going to fit in really nicely, especially once they are in that brand new custom aquarium. I'm going to go ahead and try out some of these high intensity color palettes and see if these guys like it. Let's check it out. Looks like they liked it. So that does it for today's video. Thanks again to Josh Cunningham for providing these awesome new fish. As I mentioned, I'll leave his link down in the description below if you'd like to order from him yourself. Thanks again for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.